I was with him 100%. I'm like, yeah, screw the world. We're saving our daughter. I don't care. Hey everyone, my name's Nick.
And I'm Ray, and today we're talking about the HBO's Last of Us, the last episode of The Last of Us season 1. There'll be a season 2, but it was the season finale. And I gotta say, it was short, but it was a banger.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Everything that was in this episode was awesome. It was really good. I loved it. But why was it only 40 minutes long?
I know, I wanted so much
Why?
more.
But I don't even think it's like, oh, they left us wanting more. No, I think this was a mistake. Because in this whole season, I think there was a real lack of cordyceps showings.
Yeah.
I would have just add another cordyceps scene in here. Like have them get attacked by a little group of zombies. Give a little more action, right? We saw a sick action scene with Joel, but give us a little more action, a little more going on. We get another zombie scene. Cool, great. And then it extends it out. I think this episode should have been at least an hour long. I could have seen it being an hour and a half for a finale.
I thought it was going to be an hour and a half straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. So I
But
was very disappointed in that. Very disappointed in the length.
I'm disappointed that it wasn't longer, but I'm not disappointed with what it showed the length. I thought it ended everything super nicely, and the showrunners are addressing actually that fact, the whole cordyceps thing. They're going to show way more of it in season 2. They straight said they're like, yeah, there'll be more in season 2. So that addresses that moving forward.
Okay.
If they actually put that into practice, which I think they will. But man, dude, Joel Wick, he fucking went operator mode straight up and started just ass blasting these dudes. It was great to watch, and
Yeah.
it was just a great episode in the way it was like structured. Like Marlene's like, I understand, and it shows that she was kind of a bitch in the beginning. I'm not gonna take the kid, I can't. And
Yeah.
chick's like, fuck you, we've known each other forever, you're taking the kid.
Like, come on, you have to. This is a baby.
Yeah.
Which,
And
might I say, a great opening scene. It was a flashback.
another fucking pregnancy.
I'm
HBO and their pregnancies, man.
yeah. Hey, this one was way better. For those who don't know, House of the Dragons has a disgusting birth scene. Two
Like 3 of
disgusting
them.
birth scenes. Yeah, multiple. Just absolutely the grossest thing I've ever seen. And I've had children, right? Or my wife has had children, I should say. So this one was way better than that. Let's say, right? The baby was just on the ground randomly after getting bit. So cool. But I think the length of the cutscene or the flashback was really good. It wasn't too long. It was action packed. It was fun. It was like, oh yeah, this is cool. So did Ellie get this immunity from her mother getting bit while she was still connected to the umbilical cord? But then also she cut the umbilical cord with this dirty knife that she just stabbed the cordyceps with. So
Yeah, it definitely
I
was
think-
pumping through the blood.
yeah, either way, she got close contact with that in her
Yeah.
bloodstream, and that's where that immunity
So that's what they
came
just
from.
need to start doing to the babies. You have a baby, you dip it with some cordyceps.
Yeah.
You know, that's how
It's
you
like-
that's how you cure the human race right there.
It'll be like this really weird culty thing, like how the Catholic Church they like do the babies and dipping them in water.
Yeah, just dip 'em in
but with
cordyceps.
cordyceps blood.
Like that's kind of culty. No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
saving everyone, saving everyone. But no, it was a really good opening, which then shows when Joel wakes up and he's like, "Oh, where's Ellie?" After they get flashbanged and attacked, right? Because of course, and Joel's like, or Marlene tells Joel, like, "Hey, gotta get her brain. We need her brain." And he immediately just was like, "What are you talking about here?" And Marlene's like,
Yeah.
"I understand. Look, I get it, but I'm making this sacrifice," which, to be fair, is the right sacrifice to make technically, right? Logically speaking, it is.
Technically,
But if it's my kid, I don't have a kid, but if it's my kid, I'm probably going operator too.
yeah. This I gotta say, Joel, as a parent, Joel made the right decision in my opinion. It's like, especially, look, this isn't his biological daughter, but it's his adopted daughter, right? So I don't think that there's any difference in what it is. Plus, with Joel's past, like there's no way he's going to let any authority figure hurt her.
Yeah.
But this is also a minor. It's not like, oh, this is a grown woman. She's like, hey, dad, adopted dad, Joel, whatever. I'm making this decision and you need to support me. And then he's like totally counteracting that decision and just making herself. No, this is a minor. Whenever she's older, if she wants to sacrifice her life, sure. But for me, if someone's like, hey, we got to kill your daughter, it's going to save everyone else.
Well, to be fair,
But
Ellie didn't have a choice to begin with because they didn't
right,
tell her. So Joel
right.
going operator is completely the right choice, as the parent. But then Joel lying about it
Yeah.
is another issue, right? That's hey Ellie, so this is what happened. They were going to cut your brain out, so I killed all of them to get you out of there, so you at least had a choice about it, and you can make that choice whenever a doctor shows up, which will be a while, because it's going to be a while till a doctor shows up again. But just seeing it though, it was like all slow mo, just quiet, just bullets going and shit, and it was actually a super well shot scene, even though he was kind of running through some bullets here and there. Down the hallway. He was going down the hallway, and there was like three dudes, and he was like
three. Yeah, he doesn't get hit once.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so he's fighting stormtroopers, which is fair. I mean, he is the Mandalorian. But
Yeah, true. I think it was fine, right? It was just a cinematically cool scene. Yeah. Could they have placed some people better so it's like we can see, oh, he's not going to get hit? No, he was definitely getting hit at least once or twice.
But
right?
That's just little nitpicky stuff. It was
fantastic.
Okay. I thought it was the coolest scene in the series.
Yeah, that I can think of. I think you're right.
Now, talking about the coolness of the episode, obviously 10 out of 10. It was a cool episode. But I also really, really liked the dialogue with Ellie and Joel, and depressed PTSD now Ellie and Joel seeing it and them talking about it, and she was like, well, I guess time heals all wounds, and he was like, no,
not really.
No, nope, you did, essentially, right? He found something that healed it.
Not only the dialogue, I thought there was, like, in the beginning, there was some really cool video game scenes. Like, whenever they're walking through the building, he's like, Ellie, let me give you a boost, and he's boosting her up. I was like, oh, that's gameplay 100%. In the game, they had him boosting her up, and she's got to go unlock something for him, push down the ladder. And then again, like, she's running off to see the giraffes, and she's like, follow me, and just runs off while he's like kind of slowly trudging after her. Like, oh man, that's like, straight up gameplay for sure.
You're like, God, so, I'm watching a puzzle be solved.
Yeah, I appreciated that homage to the game. Right. Yeah. I've never played the game, and I know for a fact that's what that was.
I guarantee that's in the game. I've played enough games to know that's probably in the game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But just the whole dialogue, the everything with them this episode. Ellie, we get her being all the episodes lively, and Joel being the distant one, and this finale, it's completely swapped, which totally makes sense. I mean, Joel finally opened himself fully up to her, and Ellie just had that traumatic incident. So yeah, the roles are going to reverse, and now he's like, why don't you tell me some puns? Come on, like, bring it. Like, I'll talk now. I'll be the talker.
That was nice to see, like, her come out of her shell then. That's what I think having a little bit of a longer episode would have aided to as well. I felt like a majority, like, let's say 80 to 90% of the dialogue between the two it felt really standoffish from her. After we just got through this whole 8 episodes of Joel's barriers being knocked down, and then the last episode, it's like, ooh, a bunch of barriers coming back up. It's like, oh man, I would have liked to see a little bit of camaraderie between the two, a little bit more of like a father-daughter thing. Because with the puns, sure, that was a great scene, knocking her walls down because she's really hurt by what, this PTSD, like you said, she's really hurt by what happened.
But I mean, one episode wouldn't have been enough time for that, though. I mean, it just wouldn't have. An event like that, dude, walls are up for a while.
Sure. I don't know how long it took for them to get there, because he did not seem hurt at all. And then it was the middle of winter in Colorado, walking to Utah, to Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't know what that distance is. It's not that short, though.
Probably right. Probably 1 to 3 months.
Right. So there's some time in between that where it's like, she's probably really nervous coming into this episode, where she's like, ooh, what's going to happen? Right. We're going to find these doctors that we've been looking for like probably the better part of a year now. There's a lot of nerves coming in there, but I wish there would have been a little more father-daughter camaraderie between the two of them. Just a little more.
Yeah, I think this episode though went about it pretty realistically because
Yeah.
I mean, definitely like it sucks
Like I
because
said-
they were bonding so well, and
Mhm.
then fucking David just throws a wrench in it, like a major
Yeah.
fucking wrench in it, and I mean that's like a 5 to 10 year thing. That's not an instant thing. I almost got eaten and in the fire, and then I killed a dude with a hatchet and like smashed his face in with it a bunch. That's like a 5 to 10 year fix in like a good environment.
Right.
But then at the end of the episode too, like after Joel, she wakes up in the car and Joel tells her, she knows he's lying,
Right.
and then she asks him and he lies again, and you can see on her face like, I don't know if she loses trust in him or
I don't.
Or
Yeah,
what?
because she like gives him a nod at the end, like, okay, I believe you. But there's definitely some doubt in there where I don't like. Yeah, she's giving him the trust, but I think she knows, right?
Yeah.
She knows that he's not being 100% truthful, and in fact, we know he's being 0% truthful. Literally
I would say, like,
everything.
negative 100% truthful.
Yeah. Literally everything he's telling her is a 100% lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have a whole bunch of people like you. They're just not even looking anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, wow, But yeah, man, dude, this episode, I mean, it was short, so I'm just going to keep my review on the episode kind of short. But this episode finally brought some of that action that we wanted to see fully
Yes.
into it. And I thought it gave it a really good ending point. They're at Wyoming. They're back at that. They're going to be home,
Yep.
So I thought it was a good place to end and wait for season 2.
Yeah, I can definitely see a bunch of ways that season 2 could go with it, with this ending. Like I said, everything that was in this episode was great. I can't really think of anything that I disliked in this episode. I think it would have been even better if we got an extra 30 minutes. But from what was in the episode, it was really good. And I am happy with this ending. It could have been better, but it was still good.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, in hindsight, anything can be better. But I thought it was a pretty great ending. I'm not going to give this finale any critiques, really, because it just felt... I would have liked it to be longer, but that could have added in some, pacing issues. So just the way it felt really good. So I'm going to say it was great, not give really any nitpicky stuff, Kind of love this episode as a whole. I love the dynamic swapping between Joel and Ellie, and it kind of being broken down again, and then it coming back up at the end when she realizes Joel's lying about some shit. I like Joel just going fucking Joel Wick straight up to protect his new little girl,
Yeah.
and just being real awkward trying to be the talker in it, it was funny. And
Yeah.
Marlene, but also, man, she got put down.
Yeah, that whenever she's like begging for her life, please stop. He's like, yeah, you're just gonna follow me right in the head. That was like, okay.
He was not fucking around.
Like I said, I'm with him on that one. I'm fine with that whole decision.
Yeah.
Up until the point he starts lying out his ass, I was with him 100%. I'm like, yeah, screw the world. We're saving our daughter. I don't care.
Well, gotta say, great ending to a great series. With that, Ray, out.
Thanks for watching. Hey, Nick here. If you enjoyed this video, please gently caress that like button for us.
And Ray, thanks for watching. It was a blast. Make sure to hit that subscribe if you want to stay up to date with what we're doing, what me and him are doing. There. Me and him, Nick and Ray. Subscribe.